city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, our draw features two from the AFC, between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The punter, Jake Camarda, ready to get this one going. And here we go from Miami. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after that.
And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
One play action with Dart. Got a man, it's Knox. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Into the hands of Knox, complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
70 Lions.
From the gun, here's Dart. This one's caught. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Heads out on the bootleg. Has it down close. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The 2nd drive, we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Here's Sky Moore on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Down. Black 40.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Taylor again. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Set, ready. Ready.
Out of the gun, Young. Complete out to the right side. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam are what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Escapes the pocket. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So we're through one quarter of this AFC East contest. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. And they are passing on the field goal attempt. They're going for this on 4th down. They're going for it, Young. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Counter give here to Pacheco. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Darts out of the shotgun. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball. And over time, he's going to make you pay.
Now go play action. Here's Dart. Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skids down inside the 35-yard line. So it's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Danger, danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and 10 from the 32. It's Pacheco again. We'll cobble together a yard there. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Short pass brought in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Bills have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
This finds Smith. And they're going to be set up with first and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back now, pressure coming. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Philip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Okay, ready?
Third and goal now. Can they find that final yard?
Shut up. Cougar 19, 79 Broncos. Go.
Dart gonna throw again. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off, Josie Jewell. It's a foot race. 40, he's after 30. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, the pick came in one end zone. I think for a while there, Kate, it looked like it was going to finish in the other end zone. They don't get the points, but boy, did they get a whole bunch of momentum after an outstanding return right there into enemy territory.
To the air on first down, Young. To the left side and wheeled in by Kittle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down Miami.
First and 10 at the 13-yard
Ready,
line.
ready. 33, yellow, set.
From the gun, Taylor. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up second and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get their first points of this game just before halftime. George Kittle, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock. Well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 32-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. You put a receiver in motion left. He's back to throw. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Here's the final play of our first half. First down carry for Pacheco. Up to the races, middle of the field. And somehow they reach the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hut.
On play action, here's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17.
Down. 32.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long, Young. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown to touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates an indecision now defensively.
Bails out of the pocket quick. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that'll go get that first down. They couldn't do it right there.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. Looking to throw. And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
On the double.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Come on, set. 33, set.
It's Young to throw here on 1st. Flush down now to his left. Now here he goes. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready, ready. Black.
Young working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. He'll gain 11 on that play. And that is a Dolphins' first down.
On the set.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
60 red. 60 ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. Has room into the secondary. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 3rd quarter lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bills 14.
Now Camarda on to send it away. His return starts at the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, clear start. He rolls to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
On the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. On play action with Dart. That's Smith on the slant. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
We've set it downs from 37. On 1st down, here's Dart. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Flushed out of the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing on 1st down. It's Dart. On the move, headed right. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
From the gun, here's Dart. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his second interception of the season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun, Young. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down Miami.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red, third, push.
Here's Taylor from the pistol. And get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
They did it! He made the interception! Quan Martin with the pick. And he's going to bring this back for the pick 6 and a Buffalo touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Set, punt. Set, punt.
Young back to it after the pick. That's incomplete left side.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Hut, hut.
And going play action. Young. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
10 black. Ready.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Kittle makes the catch. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
Good for Dolphins. 1st down.
Ready,
1st and
ready.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Straight ahead with Taylor. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Young to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Set, ready.
1st down, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Set.
Young throwing here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
Let's go now. Set.
He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Kittle, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
62 black. Set.
Looking to throw. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Bills in range for a game-winning score. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. Looking to throw it. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this first and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills jump in front late. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Here comes Williams on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. It doesn't look like it. He took it all the way. Touchdown. Oh, baby, what a return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Starting from the 5. Kicks away from 1. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Setting up to pass. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted! And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 a multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Back to throw. That's caught beyond the marker. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
First down, Bills.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. That's Knox, he's got it. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. Bills moving quickly now, they're in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Dart gonna throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The Bills are gonna go ahead and call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Dart out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was 1 hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Dart's back to throw. That's more of the catch out left. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Throwing now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.